Hey guys, Chris from Flow Brackets. Today we have a C63 W204. Now this is the pre-facelift. We get a lot of inquiries about this, so I'm going to show you how to get rid of this oversized box and shrink it down to something like this. Let's get into it. Okay, so this Plinth Elite kit replaces the oversized one, so we basically redesigned it to a much smaller footprint. But the main reason why you need this is because the car, the plinth, everything up here is pointy. So if you've got, say, a signature plate which you can't bend, then this gives you a new flat surface to mount number plates onto using a bracket system. So a few would be, say, signature, lucky plates, heritage plates, they're enamel, so you can't bend them. So what we're going to do is I'll take everything off and show you what's behind here because there's a bit of story to tell. So all I'm going to do is just take off all the screws you see, and behind there you'll need a little, maybe I think it's a T25 to take off the plinth. So I was talking about brackets that you can't bend, so that's a framed bracket, but as you can see, you can't really mount it on. So what this product does, we'll redesign this to be flat, and then you get a nice marry with our bracket system. So this can be nice and flush against the car. So if you're a W204 C63 owner, if you're considering to buy this bracket, what you first thing you want to do is take it off and see what's behind here, because it's very common to have multiple holes. So if you look behind here, they're the 4 factory mounting points. Now that's normally what's there if the car hasn't had 20 screws screwed in too far. So we're usually working with 4, maybe 2 more from like an old plate where they've used a long screw, which is fine because the kit will come with little blanking screws to cover them up. But as you can see, this car has had quite a few different plates on there and quite a few holes. So it might be a bit confusing, but we're going to use this card to explain it. So what I might do is I might just tape up the holes that I guess shouldn't be there. So it gives you a much better idea on how this product will look on your car. Okay, so you've taken it off, taken the 4 screws out. What you should be left with is the 4 factory mounting holes. Now this customer plans to get these all plugged up and repainted anyway. So he's going through this process. So check if your car, see what holes it has. But don't worry, the kit does come with black blanking screws if you have a couple of holes you want to plug up. So with that out of the way, what we're going to do is install our new miniature plinth, which is a redesigned version of this. What you're going to do is there's little feet here, line it up at the bottom, there's a little mark in the middle. If you hold it up against the car and push against the bottom, it'll seat nicely to the center of the car and it's quite level as well. Now, just mark it out, pilot hole and screws in. Okay, so now that we have our miniature plinth on, it's a lot smaller. Now I'm ready to put on some number plates using our number plate bracket. So what this means is being a 2-part mounting system. First, choose the right plinth to suit the car, which we've done. Now I need a number plate bracket to suit your number plate style. So for example, if you have slimline plates, we've got a slimline bracket. If you've got signature or heritage brackets, plates, you grab that bracket to bolt it on. So what I'm going to do is I might just fit a few different brackets to show you what it looks like on a 204 C63 because it's quite pointy. You probably want to give you a good idea what it looks like on the car. Let's start with some Victorian slimlines using a Victorian slimline bracket. Okay, so the plinth will have some screws in it, which I have in my hand. I'm just going to line up one of the slots with any two of the price plinths. So I think I'm just going to go there. So this is what it looks like with slimline plates. Now New South Wales, South Australia, Vic, it kind of looks something like this. Now there's a lot of design compromises here. The bar's very pointy and it falls away. So if you want to parallel as close to the car, this is what it's going to look like. What we do with these cars is we like to bend the brackets in this way, just so it forms to the bar a little bit, so they have such a huge gap behind it. And to do that, all you got to do is simply just push in on both sides like this, and it'll form to the car. And like that is already a lot tidier. Now that I've bent the plate and the bracket to form around the car, there is a little gap behind it. So what I'm going to do is grab one of the square tapes from the box and just stick it behind here, just so it gets a little bit closer. Let's talk about heritage plates. Now, these are Victorian enamel plates, very popular on the C63. Now, this you can't bend because you just got to split the enamel. So this is what it's going to look like with our bracket system. So you probably mount our heritage bracket nice and low, and it looks something like this. Now, there's a lot of compromises. You've got a long, flat plate against a very pointy car. So as you can see here, there are gaps there, and you got to see the plinth depending on how high you mount it. It's just the design of the car, very pointy versus very straight. So if you're looking to run heritage plates, this is what it's going to look like. For the final installation, we're going to put on signature plates. Now, same thing, you can't bend these, so you've got a flat plate against a pointy car. The good thing is these are quite short, so they look very good on these cars. You'll see something like that. So to get that on, we've got a signature bracket. We're going to bolt this on first. We'll work at the height that looks the best, and that will just be clip on. One thing I might point out, this signature mounting system is quite unique. There's a clipping system. So all you gotta do is hook it on the back using the top, and it clicks into the frame. Makes it pretty hard to steal. Not only that, the screws on the bottom holds it from going side to side, but it also pulls on the clip, which means you won't be able to just simply pull it out because the clips are sort of locked and jammed into place. There you have it. We have our signature plates mounted to the W204 C63. We created a new flat surface for him to mount the plate on because the original one was very curved and also quite large. Just remember, you have to grab the correct plinth to suit the car and also a correct bracket to suit your non-plate style. So I hope you found this video useful, and thanks for watching.